What do we got here? Well, okay, I thought about this. I really did think about it. I don't want to... How do you say that? Okay, I want to give the information out. Alright? I want to give the info out if presented, you know, if situation. And I even thought about not saying this, because when you say something, that's when you give people the idea. They can do that. Oh, I can do that. And that's not what this is intended for. Okay, not at all. That's not the intention of this video. So I thought about not saying it. Then I thought about, well, you know what? There's good people and there is bad people. People are going to do what they want regardless. So let's go with they're going to do what they want regardless, but please don't do this. How do I say it? Drawing my hands off the milkshake or whatever you want to call it, smoothie. It's sweating. It's not warm in here, but it's not exactly cold. Ah, very good. Coffee break. So, the intention of this one here, okay, and please don't do this. If you end up with a computer suspected as stolen, you know, turn it in, report it, give it back, especially if you know whose it is. In this case, it's not. This was somebody's father's. I've personally worked on this before, and he has passed away, and now somebody else is going to use it. So, safe to say, I can say this computer is not stolen, but this method here could be used, and it's used daily, but you could use it in a situation where you end up with a stolen computer, or you've stolen a computer. Don't do that. Don't steal. That's not nice. It's not right. You won't want somebody stealing your computer, okay, and taking it and making it no longer yours, therefore theirs. That's not how the world should work. But what we're doing here, this is just the simple when you got to back up some data and save it for somebody and reload it. Remember, USB, much faster than CD, although with the offset that we did, it excuse me, they were about even with Windows 7 and Windows 10 and the hardware that we had used. Excuse me one second, I gotta click on some other stuff over here. We have ongoing work still there. But yeah, this is, and I really thought about not saying anything about it. But, you know, most people know what's right and wrong. So, if you're doing this or using this method, do this for the right reasons. Don't do this for the wrong reasons. That's not cool. How are we going to get this one out of here? Aha! We got to pry. See, I don't like when they come off like that. It always, it reminds me of something breaking when they come out like that. Believe it or not, it does sound like it. But, did it? No. That's just, that's the construction of this particular model. Let's take a look. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Is there that many? Okay, we'll start in the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 tabs all in place. Well, sorry. 18 to hold it in. 1 to keep. What does that actually entail? That one doesn't hold anything down. That one's just there. Okay, so that's more of a support, so this doesn't go in and hit the RAM. That's exactly what that is. We're going to set this off to the side. And basically what we're going to do, let's see if we can determine what Windows came on this. Okay, so we got a Core i7 with AMD AMD Radeon graphics. And we know that, excuse me, I hope I'm not getting a sore throat, that would be horrible. We know this is a Dell. I think it is a, what, P51F? So let's look up Dell P51F to see. Okay, so it's an Inspiron 15 3000, something like that. Most likely 8 gigs of RAM, DDR3 low voltage, PC3L for low voltage. Roughly we're looking at one of these models. It's the 15-inch, 100%. We could get even more exact. And how would you do that with a Dell? Well, to determine the OS that it shipped with, we're going to go to, what do we do? Actually not there, su support.dell.com. Alright, and we are going to enter the service tag off of this off of this laptop, and it is, what is it? 2T641G2, and we know this is from 2017, so it's hopefully going to be Windows 10. Or no, search, not detect. Oh goodness, what? I don't want search assistant, go back. We're going to not do that, that's just a bad idea. Okay, so that was a fumble there, people. 2T641G2. 2T641G2. Now let's hit enter and see what they make out of this. Are they gonna find my product? Okay, so it's an Inspiron 5559 drivers and downloads. Okay, so operating system. It does have Windows 8.1 64-bit, Windows 7, and Windows 10. So apparently all three will run on this. I don't see any identifying stickers, but let's see what the 5559 came with. This model. What was this thing again? Inspiron 15 3000 5559 P51F. What to do? Okay, so we got parts. Core i5. We have the Core i7 model. I'm not seeing them listing replacement laptop LCD. 5000. Okay. Windows. I'm pretty sure it was either 10 or 8. Not that it matters. But being that it has to be one or the other unless somebody intentionally peeled off the product key. Okay, because there's no product key on it. There's actually not even really a place for one. I suppose they could have stuck one there. No evidence of one being there. So we're looking at a Windows 8.1 or a Windows 10 machine. We're going to try and move this along. My show is going to be coming on, and obviously I'm still clicking over here a little bit whenever afforded the opportunity. I'm not there yet. So, yeah. I did think about not saying all the stuff because that gives people just bad ideas when you even bring something up. But then again, if you want to reuse a computer, there's no harm in doing it this way. Or you're doing work for somebody, or you want to try and do work for somebody. Not that... I don't know what that screw is. I don't know if that was something holding something in place. Yeah, I didn't think so. So, before we rip that loose, we're going to take and separate the little ribbon cable from the motherboard. These can be a pain to get off sometimes. We know we have that there. Okay, this screw apparently runs through and mounts something down on top, but not the hard drive. It looked like it might have, but I've never seen a SATA connector, the SATA connector interface, be screwed down like that. But it did kind of look connected when it was there. Alright, we have that. We have the hard drive. We're going to pull it from the dock. And I really tried to see this thing. I wanted to take this here. Not so much the remote. But this is an HDMI switch. So I tried to take the feed from this camera here, from the GoPro. So, taking the feed from my GoPro up there, and I wanted to run the input into this, and then also run the output from another computer over the all-in-one over there. Okay. Wanted to run into the switch as well and be able to switch. And you guys saw the data backup process because I no longer have the dock on my computer. It's on the all-in-one over here. Yeah, so we can't just flip over to my screen, and my actual capture card will not accept an input from this. Only certain devices. And I think what it was, this will handle 4K or 1080-60. I don't know that it will feed 1080-30 through it properly, and I would have had to switch out this GoPro up here for my Hero 4, and because it will do 1080-60, and yeah, just it was opening up a whole can of worms, and I would have been doing this at like, you know, 11:30, midnight, maybe even 1 in the morning by the time I worked all that stuff out and setting it up in OBS. We'll keep the normal setup, and I guess we'll just talk while we grab the data. So, how much data is on here? I'm guessing not a lot, and that's the other thing. Should be able to just run this over. Hey, you know what? We've done it before. We'll do it this way now. When has USB 3 ever hurt anybody? We're going to grab our USB 3 to SATA cable and plug into my computer. We can do it that way. We're going to fire up Fabs. What do I want to call it? Fabs Auto Backup 4 Tech. This is version 4, I think, or it's an older version. I did say this earlier. I have a newer version. I have 7 Pro at home, and it froze. I wonder what happened there. Wow. Okay, so we totally went out of... Wow. The whole damn thing crashed. Okay. So did we lose a stream? Well, let's reboot. Let's reboot the capture card. Where is it? We'll reboot that one. And we will reboot this one. And it's probably... How are we on the air? There. We'll feed my screen out. Will that give enough time to the cameras to reset? Probably not. No. Okay. So... Wow. Actually, it's OBS. So even though it says we're live, and it's still ticking up the time, Did the whole computer die? Oh my. Well, technical difficulties. Love them to death. Okay, so don't be dumb. Don't plug stuff into your computer. Go with your original plan. I don't even know if this is still uploading. It says it is. However, I'm inclined to not believe a word of it. I think the computer went crazy. Yeah. Alright, well, let's unplug this. Is that what the holdup was? Was it this crazy drive? Nope. Nope. Nope.